Love Local is all about us coming together as a community to make our industry the best it can be. It's going to be an annual celebration of great things that have happened in our sector, but with a harder backbone of lobbying government for sensible initiatives that will help us contribute even more to Aotearoa, both economically and culturally. With some great help and kindness from broadcasting and te reo Māori legends Stacey and Scotty Morrison, we have a te reo Māori name for Love Local, which is Arohaina tō Hapori. This means love your community, with community in the broadest sense, local content, local stories, and our own local industry. One of the sobering things about working with Spada is that we're often focused on the challenges for our industry and solving the problems and issues of the day, and we're not short of challenges. As a small population country, our potential audience is small. There's just never quite enough money to go around, and like the rest of the world, we're dealing with the damaging impact of the pandemic, high inflation, the Hollywood strikes, and the tough competition international streaming platforms have brought to bear on local audience numbers, advertising revenue, and therefore local content. It really isn't easy being a producer in New Zealand, so we salute you all. The remarkable thing is that despite all of our challenges, we still produce the most incredible local content. Our films and TV shows screen all around the world, in many cases picking up international awards along the way. At home, local productions top viewing figures, they win prizes, and they win hearts. The sharing of New Zealand stories with New Zealanders is essential to our country's well-being. It builds national identity, helps bring us together in what can be divisive times, fosters knowledge and freedom of thought, keeps our New Zealand accent alive, and makes us laugh. And as we increasingly take our stories to the world, it helps build our industry and our international reputation. It positively impacts tourism, increases export dollars, and creates valuable New Zealand intellectual property. Our industry employs between 12,000 to 15,000 people and generates $4 billion a year here in Aotearoa. Obviously, international production is a significant contributor to that, and we will hear about James Cameron's amazing work with Avatar as a brilliant example of that soon. By launching Love Local, we don't mean in any way to understate how important international production is to New Zealand, but we do need a strong domestic sector to feed international. You don't get one without the other. We're an ecosystem. And that brings me to the hard lobbying part of Love Local. We must address the imbalance that has been created by the international streaming platforms who are a part of our screen ecosystem. Other territories around the world are already working on ways to remedy their impact. Some are asking for a quota, others for a levy on local revenue, some a mixture of the two. Spada will be lobbying our new government to introduce a levy on local revenue. A percentage of New Zealand revenue could be reinvested back into local production via our funding agencies. As you may have seen, we've already begun some media work to get the word out there that this needs to be addressed soon. The streamers pay no tax in New Zealand, they face no broadcasting regulations, and they use broadband infrastructure partly paid for by New Zealand taxpayers. It just seems like a no-brainer that they should be contributing to our industry. So this will be the main lobbying point of the Love Local campaign in its initial stages. We will also be advocating for more funding for our screen funding agencies and continued support for the screen production rebate. We welcomed changes made to the rebate this year, in particular the ability to use it across all domestic productions, including those with NZ On Air funding. The retention of the rebate and its ability to remain competitive internationally is crucial to our industry. We really appreciate the ongoing funding investment and support that all governments have shown the screen sector over the years, but there's always a but. There's more that can be done. So if you're an MP or a ministry official in the room, we look forward to working with you to help to continue to grow our amazing industry. And ngā mihi to all of our hardworking and brilliant content creators. Kia kaha, and enjoy the conference.